First one up is Timmy. Timmy wins. Haha.
I think he cheated. It was before it was at 0.
Ooh. Might have been, actually.
It was. It was.
We got Scott, we got Tim, we got Gord. Not sure we got very many other people. I didn't really share it around that much this time.
Got Zarek.
Tim, you were asking about a 1080 ESC. Yeah, I found one. I got one here. We'll work something out. Tim's like, I always cheat. I'm a cheater.
I see.
So, yeah, where did I put my thing? There. Boom. That's the one. So, did everybody take a look at all of the crap going new stuff from Tamiya? They released. Hey?
I guess I didn't notice.
They released like 19 new things. Not
Are
all
new things.
Some of them are re-releases. Some of them are re-releases of old things. But
classic.
For the most part, there's 19 things. It's like punching them in on the new products thing. I'm like, wow. Why did they have to release everything all on the same day? What's that? Oh, that's your pan car that you're going to go play with this weekend, eh?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
You got anxiety about it or what?
Well, I don't know. I need some rubber tires on this thing or something.
Rubber?
Because these foam aren't going to last long with me driving.
No, and that's kind of like I said before. I think that's the biggest reason there was a downfall to the whole scene. Too much tuning.
So fast.
Too much tuning of foam, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. But yeah. Brian needs somebody to race against.
Chase is here.
Hey, Chase.
Hi, Chase.
Yeah, Brian's going to be there at this 12th scale, so I guess he needs somebody to drive against.
He needs somebody to drive against, eh?
Yeah, I don't think the Looses are going to make it out.
Are they?
No.
I know there were a couple guys that were ripping them around there last weekend.
Yeah, Looses were out there, Aaron and John. So I was going to put my 21.5, my old 21.5 in here. And just see how slow 21.5 in a pan car is.
Oh, did I just hear that right? Did you say you want to see how slow something is? Did that really come out of your mouth?
Well, I think it's going to be slow. And I got to see how slow, if it's going to be drivable or not.
How slow can I make this?
How slow is this going to be? Is it going to be like...
How much am I going to hate my life after building this thing?
Yeah.
She's noisy.
Well, to be fair, I had the ESC.
Have you got one done over there yet?
1S action.
1S?
And then you had the actual proper size servo in stock there. They ordered by mistake. Which I don't think it was a mistake. I think you were just kind of egging me on.
I never do that. Nobody's ever been egged on by me bringing something in and putting it on the counter in front of them. It's never happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It just happened to fit, so I don't know. I had the 21.5. I actually have the 17.5. I'll bring that too, just in case I need to pep it up. But this is a high revving 21.5.
High revving?
High revving. I got stupid numbers on it. It was like 17.5 and a half or 17, probably like a 16.5 in there. I don't know. It's faster than 17.5.
And what is that car originally?
Oh, this is a an X-ray X12.
Oh, so it is an X-ray. It's just an older one.
Yeah, he's got the things for the cells.
Like, how old do you think that is?
I think this is an 09 maybe, because I had the option for the. So I got the option in there. Has little brackets in there to hold the battery, the LiPo pack. So it was like an either or kind of thing, whatever you want.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I ended up picking this up for really cheap a few years ago. Merle had it. I was like, I guess I'll take it for $50.
I guess I'll take it for how much?
50
That is pretty cheap.
for a chassis.
For a chassis, that is pretty cheap.
It's ancient old.
It's cheap. Cheap like Barsh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. This is the servo that came in that. Remember I was telling you I had that Sanwa servo and it didn't want. I've got to try and plug it into something else and see what it does. But it just goes to one side and stays there. But it keeps trying to go further. Like it's almost like there's a potentiometer problem.
Probably.
Why is it beeping? Why is it beeping?
Yeah, Kelly, that's kind of why I'm checking it all out. Kelly's like, he likes the idea of the GT class. I like the idea of it too, but do I actually like it?
Yeah, okay. I don't like the wedge look of the pan cars that they have now. I've never really liked that body style, but I do like some of the GT style bodies that I've seen for the 112. They look pretty cool.
Yeah, the body's definitely cool. I mean, I'm doing this just for testing.
Right.
I want to see how it goes, see if it's doable. Because, like Kelly pointed out, these chassis are quite a bit cheaper than a touring car chassis.
Yeah, absolutely.
You pick these up used all day for $100 for the chassis.
Which is high. Yeah. He saw you. He caught you. You're here. He knows you're here. You're in trouble now. So, okay. So first thing I was asking question that I asked is, while you guys are on here, try and think up a name that rolls off the tongue a little better for RC rock bouncing, but it needs to be Okanagan themed, Okanagan or BC themed, mostly Okanagan. It needs to be rock bouncing, not U4, because U4 is kind of a different thing. Like, I still want to do the U4, but we're not really doing U4. We're doing more of a rock bouncing when we're racing. So I want to change the name up so that it actually reflects more of what we're actually doing, because we're doing, the one up timed racing, where U4 is more of you're racing with other cars on the track at the same time, which with our racing, putting more than one car on the track at one time is probably not a good idea.
Oh God, I couldn't even.
Could you imagine that?
I couldn't even.
Like, that'd be carnage. Huge amount of carnage. What is this? MST mineral oil. Why have I got MST mineral oil leaking all over the place here? Biden bits and stuff. I don't even know what this is. What is this? These instructions.
Hey, Jordan. What's happening?
Instructions. So yeah, if you think of a name, shoot it out there. Give me an idea. We're kind of leaning towards what are we thinking? OKRC rock bouncing, or I don't know, something. Rock bouncing RC. Because I'm trying to figure, biggest reason I'm asking is because I'm OKRB, Okanagan Rock Bouncers. Are there any actual Okanagan Rock Bouncers?
Like the 1-to-1?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Okanagan Outpost. See, do we get Okanagan? Anything coming up on the old Google? I'm picked in bounce. Summerland's Bounce. So that's a radio station. Bell, no. Rock and Roll, Bounce, Rock and Case here. All I get is a whole bunch of funny radio station names.
Cool.
So OKRB.
Or do we need to have RC in there as well?
Rock Bounce, RC, and Yokomo.
No, see, that doesn't roll off the tongue. See, as soon as you throw in Okanagan, or whatever, like right now we're doing the U4 RCBC. U4, see, I can't even get it right anymore. U4 BC RC. See, it's not even rolling off the tongue anymore. It just doesn't flow. It's just bleh.
No,
Because they're going to change up the rules a bit this year too. But I'm going to go a little bit away from the U4, more to the rock bounce. You know, the cage trucks, solid axle versus independent. I really don't think that there's any need to be separating out the. I don't think there's a need to be separating the laser nut style platforms away from the other platforms, because I don't really think when it comes to actual rock bouncing, I don't think the laser nut platform actually benefits you in any way, shape, or form, because you don't have that extra clearance, right?
No, you don't.
So, yeah, I really think it's just going to be a matter of cage them. Yeah, Gordon, I've already got a picture. I've already got a logo we made up a while ago. Screen share it to you guys and show you what I'm talking about. Where is it? Logos. Yeah. Ooh. So I made up a logo a while ago. I made up a logo, that one a while ago, right? And that looks good. It works. I did it in a couple different color schemes. I'm going to shrink it down to the right size here. So I did it in purple because we had Dallas who loves. Oh, I like that. What do you think of this? I like that. That's kind of cool. That was on gray. But that's kind of the logo we made. That I kind of made up when I first started the league way back.
Way back when?
Yeah. Scott thinks Okanagan RC rock bouncers. Or Okanagan RC bouncers. OKRCB.
Well, you could just even go, you can say whatever you want, but you can still put the RC in there, right? OKB? OK Bounce?
Yeah.
OK Bounce.
Okanagan bouncers. I mean, honestly, when you type up anything on Facebook, YouTube, anything rock bouncing related, nothing comes up in the 1-to-1 scale in BC anyways. So
I think there's a reason for that.
Probably because nobody around here does it.
Right,
Although
it'd be wrecking the landscape and foliage.
Yeah, but I've been a couple places where you can tell that they've already basically been doing that anyways.
Yeah, but you couldn't have an event like that.
True.
You would not be allowed.
There are too many people who Cliff Crushers BC. That's not a bad one either.
You can't wreck nature, man. You gotta nurture nature.
Okanagan RC bouncers. Okay, gravel grapplers. Okanagan RC bouncers. Yeah, some good ideas. I think that they will some of those ideas. We'll go with one of these ones, I think. Headhunters BC.
Oh, God. Don't get them going.
Don't get me started. So when I was just looking through, because down in the States they are basically running a version of this.
Of course they did. They do everything in the States.
Yeah. So they started. So if you go on NRRA, which is the National Rock Racing Association, the National Rock Racers Association, they have an RC class. They didn't really do anything. They just went with NRRA RC classes. But they've got their rules are pretty simple. Plastic RC must be a round tube or solid rod plastic chassis with shocks mounted to the chassis. The chassis must resemble a rock bouncer or Ultra 4 car. And then that's it for the rules for that class. And then the next one's unlimited RC. Must be a round tube solid rod metal with shocks mounted to the metal chassis. The chassis must be
Speak
well, man, I cannot speak today.
English.
English. Me no do English. English.
English.
Must be a round tube solid rod metal chassis with shocks mounted to the metal chassis. The chassis must resemble a rock bouncer or Ultra 4 car. Twin vertical plates are not allowed. Okay. Rules for both classes: they must be shaft driven. Maximum tire size is 6-inch. Lower skid or chassis plate no longer than 9 inches. Okay. If you go out of bounds, you can re-enter the course in the same place or lower down the hill. You cannot progress out of bounds. No hand of God. Fixability. Short course cars are not allowed. However, you could take that chassis and use the drivetrain and suspension from one. In one-to-one rock bouncing, the driver can fix any issue with his buggy and continue up the hill, but can receive no outside help. For the RC class, if you experience trouble, i.e. your battery comes unplugged, the driver can fix the issue, but the buggy will not be moved or rolled back over to work on it. Okay. Further parts can be swapped out in between hills, so between runs. If you're not ready and it's your turn, you will be put at the back of the line. If you're still not ready by the time the entire rotation goes through, you will get a DNF for that hill.
Ooh.
Tires can be swapped out. So you could change out your tires to different ones for the back of the tire, whatever. Right? R&R, RC, rock and roll RC. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that, Tim. I see.
Rock and roll RC in the Okanagan.
So you just made it like too long though. It's got to fit on a nice small logo. And stickers. Everybody wants stickers. I can't make stickers that say a paragraph. Nobody's going to want those. Anyways, that's the basic rules that they run down in the States for the stuff that I found online down there. And I think it would be kind of cool to mold ours a little bit more towards that, a little further away from the U4, because U4 is more of twin hammers, King of the Hammers kind of style racing, right? Where all the cars are on the track at once and they're timed, but they're all running at the same time. We run individual. We could do some of those heads up, races and stuff where we're banging off each other, but I don't know. Just gotta get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. I just got that. So anyways, that's that question. My next question for you guys is I want to know whether or not you guys are interested. I already know one guy's interested. Actually, correction, I'm not asking if anybody's interested. I'm telling you I'm doing this. So, gotta rub it, make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. Bigger. These guys. 1/10 scale monster trucks. Okay. So I got that out there. Now you've seen what I'm talking about. Now here's the thing. I've been talking with Aaron and some other people, mostly with Aaron. Nobody else talks to me. This is that guy making noise. See, he doesn't even pay attention to me now. Look at him. But drag racing, we're doing every second Monday, pretty much from the beginning of the season. So once the ground is dry, right through till fall. I know there's a bunch of guys that kind of thought that was a little, near the end of the season, everybody starts kind of petering out a little bit and they kind of lose interest. So this year we're scheduling things up and we're going to throw in a few different things. One of the different things we're going to throw in there is monster trucks, because the setup for a monster truck race and the setup for a drag race is pretty much the same timing system we can use. It's just a laser timer, right? And all we'd have to do is build some obstacles, make some jumps, make some cars to crush, whatever. That's all easy and light and simple to throw in the back of a truck and take to wherever we're going. It doesn't have to be done in a paved lot. It can be done in a dirt lot. It would actually be better in a dirt lot, I think. A little bit less road rash when you flip the truck or crash it, smack it. So the simplest thing for this, though, would be, I'm thinking we're going to break it into 2 classes for the most part. Limit of a 3S battery size. So no bigger than 3S batteries. And because I know everyone's like, my truck runs 4. Yeah. And Gord, you aim your truck at people, and I don't need that. 3S is going to be scary enough. So no bigger than 3S, and it'll be solid axle or independent suspension. Those are the 2 classes. I don't care the motor size. I do care the chassis size, though. So there will be a maximum footprint that you can have, and the chassis has to be, the chassis that it runs has to be a 1/10 scale categorized chassis. So you could run a Stampede, you could run Granite, you could run LMTs, you can run, that SMT that they had for a while there. Basically anything. Maxes will fit in that category because they're classified as a 1/10. But 3S power, because we're too close quarters for there being crazy 4S power.
You need to have control and not hit anybody.
Yeah, you got to have control, because if we smack people and break people's ankles and stuff like that, that's going to go over badly. Like, really badly. But then we got to clean the trucks every time. What do you mean clean the trucks? You won't need to clean the truck every time. It can just be a dirt lot. It doesn't have to be, or even a gravel parking lot. Or a grass lot.
We can even get the fireman out there with the hose and soak it down, be a big mud pit.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to show Gord? You want to show them? They're done. Gord's shirts are done. Yeah. Tim's got to clean it. That's right.
Travis's and fix.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's not entirely true. I fix my own stuff. Sometimes when I feel like it. Actually, most of the time. And then I lose interest halfway through. Then I move on to the next thing.
No, you don't get. You get frustrated, like, no patience,
True, no patience. Me and engineers don't get along in full-size vehicles. I don't get along in engineers that do the RC stuff either.
I don't want to play this game anymore.
No. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. We're going to set up the schedule. We're going to do some drag racing on Monday nights. It's every second Monday, but every once in a while, we're going to flip it and swap it out from drag racing. We'll take a break and go over to some monster truck style racing and then back to drag racing again, just to cycle it up. And the other reason I would like to see some monster truck racing is because I think that almost everybody who's got a basher has some form of a monster truck of some sort. You know, like Aaron, you could take one of those 1/8 buggies probably. You could probably turn it into a 1/10 scale monster truck.
Just throw some bigger tires on it. We're good to go.
2.8s, whatever. Turn it into like a slash style or Stampede style chassis. But wheelbase, right? So I think it would be cool. Do you want to show him?
No.
He can wait. Tony says you can wait, Gord. You don't get to see him.
Sucker.
Sucker. She's just going to leave him in a pile.
Wait.
We'll leave him in a pile right there, and that's all you get to see of him. That's it.
It's folded nicely, isn't it? Look at that. It's folded nicely.
She took a special training course for that, to learn how to fold them. Tova taught her.
She didn't like my folding.
Yeah, you guys don't even know who Tova is, but Tova is her helper and partner in crime when it comes to that stuff. Oh, where'd the camera go? There we go. There we go. Yeah, so
speaking of hoodies, we're going to make some club hoodies up. Kona RC action. Or not, whoa. Pump the brakes. Okanagan RC.
yes, Okanagan RC. Okanagan RC. So we are basically, and that's the other thing, all of this stuff is going to get lumped into the same membership category. Everything. So basically, if it's got to do with RC and it's got to do with some form of RC racing, we're going to lump it into the same thing.
If I'm involved?
If he's involved, that dude over there, this guy?
Oh.
What, are you dinging?
Yeah, my controller was getting lonely
you're
over there.
saying you're ignoring me.
I'm over here. Over here.
Anyway, so yeah. Give me your thoughts on that stuff. Before we get too crazy here, let's get into what's new.
Oh, yeah. What's new?
Because there's a bunch of it today. And yeah, there's a lot of new stuff.
I thought there was like nothing like yesterday. It was like nothing.
It was like nothing for a while there. It was pretty dead. And then Tamiya released 19. Queue up all my little windows and stuff here. You're gonna make noise while I'm doing this, aren't you? Crinkle, 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 crinkle. She's peeling the vinyl stuff off. Have you printed off any of those so we can see what they look like before you actually press them?
Who?
You.
Print what off?
Any logos. Show me, pass me one of the Make No Fun ones. Okay, before we get too carried, I'll show you guys this.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Squirrel. Let me show you. Pass me, yeah, one of those. Yeah, one of those. That's it. So we have this fancy smancy printer that prints these off. And then this is heat pressed on. So this is actually like a white toner on the back. So not very many printers will do white. This does white. And then this will print onto anything. And because
Any color.
because it's got white behind it, it will stand out. So that's where we get.
That noise to this.
So that's where you get. So that one's done, right? And that doesn't come off.
People can send me a detailed picture. So this was Gord's first truck. You're gonna make me fold this again, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you fold this again. Okay, we're gonna show you, Gord. You're gonna get to see it.
Well, he's
Just because you're spoiled little brat.
So if you have a detailed image,
So that's not like that's not coming off.
this is
It doesn't wash off. Nothing, right?
Okay. Yeah.
What am I doing?
Well, you can. I don't know. See better. Show better.
There, see it?
So what we can do, yeah.
And then
T-shirts, full
we
logos.
put the full logos, and then we got zoom.
Right
And
there.
then we got the arm logo there
Forward.
for Gord, which I can't get it unfolded because somebody folded it too good, and it's got a crease in there, and it's actually staying forward. Anyways, Vernon RC BC, or Vernon BC RC. Vernon BC RC.
That other tongue twister.
The other tongue twister, yeah.
RCBCDC. Yeah.
Get set timer.
Maybe I was trying not to.
Okay, so let's get going here with this lovely new stuff in RC this week. It is boom. Okay, first thing.
Oh God.
The Mst Mrx. Now it's basically, it makes it so the motor can be mounted high, and then the driveline goes underneath your, and then you can change your gearing off the very back end. Now, I was talking about this with Aaron, and we're both scratching our heads going, okay, that interchangeable on the back end, that's really cool. You can change up your gear ratio and everything like that, but isn't it just as easy to change the pinion in the spur? I don't know. I mean, it looks really cool. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some really neat reason why they're doing it this way, but I'm not sure what it is.
I like to see that on a planetary transmission.
Exactly. Yes. Anyways, everybody's heard about the STX24 Gladiator. So there you go. There's the Gladiator. I already did a full kind of rundown video on it, so you guys can check that out later on the channel.
People love it.
That's the point. People are loving the thing. It's 22 millimeters longer than the other chassis, than the originals. It's got a detailed back rack thing with like an overlander kind of setup. It has a scale interior-ish, Lexan, as scale as you're ever going to get. It hinges on the back and it's Velcro on the front, so there's no more body pins in there. It does have new electronics. They've updated the electronics to the newer generation electronics. Okay, so the newer generation electronics is no longer branded Axial. It's branded Dynamite, Horizon, whatever it is. The receiver ESC combo is blue. Now, feedback that I've seen on every run video I've seen of it yet, because, you know, I haven't got one yet, is that it is a little bit smoother power on the bottom end. So it should be pretty cool. I like the fact it's longer wheelbase. There's going to be more options out there for other bodies to be put on there now too. Yeah. So Kyosho re-releasing the Optimum mid drive, 4-wheel drive, chain drive, and you just hate re-releases, don't you?
I hate them. We have new technology, peoples.
We have new stuffs. Use it.
You want to relive your childhood? Here you go.
So, you know, Kyosho didn't want to be left behind on the whole re-release bandwagon, so they jumped on there.
Nostalgia.
Right? Nostalgia. Yeah. See, I'm partial to that one because I have the it wasn't the was it Ultima?
You have all of them.
I have a bunch.
Let's be clear here. You have all of them. Vintage, he's got all of them.
I have a few. 6, 7, 8. The ones I don't tell her about that she doesn't know about. Yeah, and then I like the old chain drive one. That's my favorite one.
Here we go,
Anyways,
Schumacher.
Schumacher has come
Joining
out
the
with,
game.
yeah. You talk about this. You know more about this guy
New
than
motor, check. Crazy wishbone front suspension, check. Get the carbon. You're going with the Awesome-matic style top arms, so you can do the caster and camber. at the same time, something similar to Awesomatics. So it's great to see them finally joining the game.
Right. And they did come out with an aluminum chassis version and a carbon fiber graphite, whatever you want to call that. I don't call it real carbon fiber because I don't think it is. It's like a wafer stuff. I also noticed on this that the body mounts are really, really far out there, close to the back wheels, if you notice that, right? They're not as far in as they are on the other ones, right?
It helps with the body tuck too, I do believe.
Yeah, exactly. That's my understanding as well. So that's from them. That is the MI8, not the M18, the MI8.
Like Mission
Like
Impossible.
MI6. It's kind of like James Bond. R1 Works has released a new set of motors called the Voltas. Haven't really seen any feedback on speed compared to the originals. Basically, all the same motors.
What I gathered with it, it has a longer rotor in it, a shorter one.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the option for the 21, or what they call it, version 21.
Version 21? So that's a shorter rotor.
21s. Yeah.
Okay,
so that's the one I just got, V21. And all it is that motor, a little more cutouts, and a bigger rotor, which you can get that optional part for the V21s.
It also looks to me, when I look at the pictures and do quick comparison between the old ones and the new, as I think that there's going to be a lot more cooling available on the magnets, but you are not going to want to get those suckers wet. They are going to be very, very moisture and nut friendly. Because dirt and grimes is going to get sucked in there, no problem. The G-Made has been making their Gso2f Buffalo for a while in a kit form. So they made the military version and then the regular version. Now they've released it in an RTR version. Looks cool. I mean, those are not a branded tire in any way, shape, or form, but they are very aggressive looking, right? So, and as you guys could see, it doesn't. Don't you agree? It needs more antennas, right? Like, let's add more antennas to that.
I think so.
Look at them. Look at it. There's 2 antennas on there. Totally needs more antennas. And then next up, we have drag racing fans. DE Racing has made tires and such for quite a while for basically carpet racing, 1/8 buggies and stuff. Well, now they've come up with a set of drag rims and tires. So the thing about these tires is if you take a look at that rim is almost the full circumference or full diameter of the tire. There's like maybe a 1/4 of an inch space all the way around the outside. So when you go to put this together, you take their new tires that they put on, and you then take a strip of foam, that double-sided, that sticky tape foam, you put it on the inside, and then you put this on. So you get it's almost like running O-rings for your front or having solid front rubber.
So now they're legal. That
makes them legal because they have foams, right?
They're foam.
I'm sure somebody would change the rules somewhere, but seeing as everybody seems to think it's okay to run glue on no prep, I'm sure these will be fine. Totally fine. And then for the other drag race fans, not so much drag race, I suppose, but the B63 is a very popular chassis amongst drag racing. It's also a popular chassis amongst off-road buggy racing. And Vision Racing has come out with a complete carbon fiber machined platform for it. That's pretty much it for that. And Rage RC does not want to be left out of the little mini 124 scale RC bandwagon. So they've come out what they call the Trek. It's 2S. It is lithium powered. It's got lights, got a little set 124 scale, just a tiny little guy. So cute. There's your super high quality lithium battery in there. and these, I don't even know. I've never heard of this company before until I saw this. Absema. It's a German company. So when you go onto their website, you have to translate everything from German to English or Chinese or wherever you're looking at it from. But it's supposed to be The body style is supposed to be snake-like. So, but when you get down into it, you start looking at the platform and the way everything's laid out and the parts that are made. It actually looks pretty substantial. Funny.
Yeah, it looks decent.
Yeah, it looks decent. It's, you know, aluminum chassis, aluminum bodied shocks. I mean, that motor mount looks pretty beefy to me.
Oh, heck yeah.
Those shock bodies. Take note. Look at the top of those shocks. You see what's coming off of those?
Huh, piggybacks.
Yeah, they got actual functioning shock reservoirs.
Oh,
Like, that's not something you see in an RTR very often either, right? This is a 1/7 scale. So it's going to be the same as the new Arma Fire Team or any of the other 1/7 scale stuff that you want, infractions, whatever.
or maybe not.
Or
Like,
maybe
I
not.
mean-
The only problem I have with it in North America is I do think that parts availability is going to be a nightmare for it, because I couldn't find when I was looking through, I couldn't find anywhere that was distributing it in North America. Everything seemed to be coming overseas. So you might be waiting, but it does look pretty skookum. You know, it does come with LED lights. Those are the rear lights. It's got the front lights and everything on it. It comes in a green and an orange. Fairly meaty looking tires. I never really looked that close to see if those are actual functional bead locks or if they're just, you know, made to look like bead locks. I don't know. And Spectrum has come out with a new budget charger, the S155. So in Canada, this thing's going to come in under $90.
Huh.
In the States, I think it's under 65, around 60 to 65, something like that. It has the IC5 and the IC3 connector in it. It is touchscreen. It gives you all the same bells and whistles that the newer, bigger charger does, but it only does 55 watts instead of the higher amperage. And it only works off AC. So it'll be a cool one. This is one of the new releases from Tamiya. So hope you guys are paying attention. There are 19 releases.
Okay, there you go.
Now, not all of them are actually new. Some of them are just 2020 Aaron's favorite re-releases.
Are they new release because they've gone to the hobby wing?
No. They're just re-released because actually in some of the imagery, most of them aren't showing hobby wing ESCs in them. So I'm not even sure how that whole ball is rolling there. I know there are separate part numbers for hobby wing ESC supplied Tamiya trucks and cars and whatever, right? But this is the new Scania. This is kind of a little bit like the Mercedes that they already had out. The lights on this are amazing. There's so many lights in there. There's a light bar on the top. There's lights in the roof. There's lights in the grill. There's lights in the back. There's lights on the side. If you look real close there, you can see. You see on the very bottom there, that orange lighting? So that's not lit right now, but you can put LEDs in there and light it up.
Oh,
you have to buy all the light kit and everything separate. So it's going to be a little tricky that way. But, European, the Scania high cab style trucks have always been really popular and they look cool. This is the M08 chassis, the R version, the limited edition. So this one's coming out with some carbon fiber goodies on it.
Ooh.
And a few extra added bits to it. But if you look at this picture, you can see this is not a hobby wing ESC that's in this guy. But you see how the carbon fiber added body mounts, coilover shocks that are aluminum bodies.
Anodized.
Yeah, lots of anodized bits and stuff. This is just basically they're kind of throwing all of their bits that they have stock.
You see that?
Aftermarket stuff on there.
You gotta go back. Sorry, you gotta go back a little bit.
Gotta go back. Yeah, go back.
Go back. Look at those screws. Proper screws. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, good point. It's a very good point. I never even noticed that.
Oh.
See? Now the guy who gets really frustrated, this dude right here, of course he would notice that right off the bat, because I know a lot of guys that buy the M08s and the M06s and any of the Tamiya products and race with them, the first thing they really want to do is change out all the hardware for something that's not Phillips head.
Yeah.
You know who
I
haven't seen anybody do that yet, though, with the Euro truck. Because technically, I don't know if you're allowed to. I don't think you are. because on the Euro truck, you're supposed to run everything that comes in the kit.
As per kit.
As per kit. So anyways,
Okay, sorry
then
about
we
that.
have a new
Excited
version,
there.
the MO6. So Jagger Bomb.
Ammo
Jagger
6.
Bombs all around. Just a Porsche body. It's fairly nicely detailed on the front end and on the mirrors and stuff like that. I've never been a fan of this body style, so I don't know what to say. Everybody's been waiting to see this. This is the new 2021 Ford Bronco on the Xvo2 chassis. It is not the same as the one from Traxxas, though, because this is the two-door version, not the four-door.
Smaller one.
With being shorter. But it's still running the same garbage tires that Tamiya runs on their CCO 1s and 2s. These tracks are really the only super cool thing about this. This little buggy or bugger, whatever you want to call them. Though I noticed this is the part that got me the most. They came out with a mountain lug style, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's got optional lugs you can put in, and so it's got more meat. Now, I did see some running videos of this truck in the previous version. Oh, what was that one called? The free something? Free rider? Free I can't remember. But anyways, it looked like a little pickup truck style. And I saw some running videos of that in the snow. And it actually did quite good. I'm pretty sure it was not a brushed motor that was in it. I think they'd upgraded to brushless because the track speed was way faster than it should have been for a brush motor, I thought.
Did the wheelie bar come in handy?
I don't think the wheelie bar is even of any use. And then for tank lovers, you guys, they came out with another version. This is a full option kit, 1/16 British battle tank, Mark III, Centurion Mark III. So they're just showing all the different angles they could shoot it at. If you're into tanks, this is another option. Tamiya's always made some really nice looking tanks.
Yeah, good detail.
There are some other brands out there that'll just spank it. I'm going to let you run with this one.
Here we go. The new new touring car from Tamiya. Came with a great name, 420X. So, not much too new. It's the carbon chassis.
Yep.
Not much different from their previous chassis, I don't think.
No.
One thing I don't like about it is the Tamiya plastics on it, but just stock up on parts.
Yeah. Carbon fiber plate for the motor.
Mid-motor.
I'm sure they're probably going to release a aluminum version as well. You don't see a lot of people running Tamiya or anything like that on-road racing down here or around our area. Most people are doing the X-Rays, the Automatics, the Schumacher. I've actually seen Schumacher. I've had one of those MI8s. Was it MI8? Might have been an MI1. But this is the Opal. We talked about this last week. This is the new Cliff body on the TTO1 Type E. So parts availability for this is going to be huge. Aftermarket options are going to be huge. Aaron's new F1 car is here. I know he's just been chomping at the bit to get himself a 6-wheel F1.
I need the Elf.
1977. That's almost as old as you. It's almost as old as me.
There we go.
Right? And Mercedes-Benz limited edition. Now, I couldn't find any pictures showing the actual body of this or like the inner chassis. These were all prototype pictures that they really had showing up there.
I'm thinking that's based on a TT03 chassis.
Yep.
With foam tires.
Yep.
So that's like a Formula 1 chassis from Tamiya. There were the original ones with it.
Yep. And then, so that's pretty much for those guys. Then we've got another. So this is a new not drift. This is another. No, let's back this up. We're about to go back. Oh, we jumped right past it. Look at that. Just having brain fart there. So this is the Xvo2 Pro Chassis Kit. This isn't coming with a body or anything. Shaft drive. So this is a new rally kit for you. It looks like it's kind of based off of a TTO1 style of body. Like the platform is a lot more similar to that than the older, the Xvo1 or whatever it was that they had, that they're doing a lot of. And I don't see in this kit a lot of, like, the other ones have almost like a full wheel well. These don't.
It looks as like the high banks on it.
Yeah, but this one, I'm pretty sure this is just going to take basically any 1/10 scale on road 257 mil, 257, 260 ish wheelbase body, and you'll be able to stick it on here and rip with it, right? So I think I'm expecting to see some pretty cool rally stuff come out of this.
But you see that motor mounts. The motor mounts is to the middle of the chassis, not towards the back like their typical chassis.
Yeah, you're right. And the transmission is actually mounted in the middle. If you look at the picture there, you can see the two output shafts. The servo is mounted off to the side, and then it crosses over. And it's got almost like that Porsche. The wheels are kind of got that spoked kind of rally look to them with
Looks
the
sick.
dish in the middle. So that'll be a fun one to build. And I think your body options are going to be great. And then we got our new re-release, the Thundershot 2022. Nothing real fancy on this, just upgraded plastics and re-released it all, really.
Fresh plastic.
Fresh plastic. Yep, fresh plastic. I mean, they didn't even upgrade the tires, which is sad. The Astute, the TD2. The thing I like about this is this lay down cantilever front suspension, but the rest of it, meh. It doesn't really jump out at me, but it is interesting to see that front suspension setup. Subaru, rally car, TT01 again. But say I was thinking this is kind of a re-release of one they already had, and then I looked at the body I have, and no,
newer.
No, this is 4-door. The old body style was 2-door, so I think the old one was, I can't remember anymore. SRX, I think. SX. I can't remember, but it's a 2-door. This is a 4-door. This is the more current rally model that they've been racing in the real world. The Avante. So this one has a whole bunch of aluminum and graphite or carbon fiber upgrade parts on it, and a tuned motor and fancy stuff like that on it, right? 2011 Black Special. Oh yeah, and this cute little guy. So that's their event. Then they came up with this guy, the Lunchbox Mini Gold Edition SW01. So this is that short little truck that you built. You've got one up there. It's right there. Right there.
There it is.
There. Anyways, it does really cool little wheelies and just burns all over the place. It's funny, and cool. And this is, so they came in a yellow Lunchbox version. Then they came in the Mud Runner version. No, Mud Mad is what it was called, which is one I've got up here. which I'm not going to get up there to get it for you guys right now. And now they've come up with this gold body version. Golden Lunchbox. Yeah. So
yellow plastic.
Yeah. Yellow plastic's pretty hideous, but it is what it is. So that is it for the Tamiya stuff. For all of you guys with an STX6, Reefs has now released their servo in a servo winch. So in the 1000 and the 2000. So this is rated. Let me find the ratings here. This sucker is rated for the 1000 is rated up to 1,000 ounce at 8.4 volts. 800 ounce at 6, 900 ounce at 7.4, and 1,080 ounces at 8.4. Speed, nobody cares because it's a winch. I don't care. Do you care? Do you guys care? Do you care? I don't know. Beast 2000. Okay, the 2000 starts off at 10 volts and runs with a torque rating of 1,000 ounces. Then it jumps up to 11.1 volts, so that would be running directly off of 3S power. That's 1,250 ounces of torque. Okay. Then it jumps up to 12 volts, That's 1,450 ounces of torque. And then at 16.8 volts, which is basically 4S power, you are running at, actually, is that 4S power? No, that's more than that. 14, more than 4S power. But that's 2,000 ounces of torque in a winch. Do not get your finger caught on that winch line. You are going to break it into little bits. You're doing the calculations, aren't you?
That's 125 pounds.
125 pounds on a 30-pound truck. If you're doing it on an SEX6. That's cool. I'm glad somebody came up with something. Somebody needed to make something for that huge truck. Yokomo, front-wheel drive. Man, I see a lot of front-wheel drive body releases and stuff.
It's big. It's big in certain parts of the world.
Except for not here, right? It's not a bad-looking body, but it's a pretty plain Jane body to me, really. It's clean, but it doesn't really look super blingy. I think that the rear hatch looks a little odd on this because it kind of looks to me like where the spoiler's mounted, they just decided, let's just make it come straight down to the
Instead of having an angle, we're just going to go up and down with it. Give some strength.
Yeah, right?
Strength and raceability. That's what it is. It's the two-post.
But in the real world, do you think that's what would be there?
No, but Virgin ours.
I don't think so. So funny. I just got to check something here because I just got another email. It's funny how we do these on Wednesday night. Horizon is going to do a release again tomorrow. And I've got an email from them saying we have a new release.
Cool. Let's show it off.
Well, I don't know. They won't send me pictures. They won't give me information that way, but they will tell me possibly what it is.
Oh.
More fantastic new items. I already read that. New releases from Losi and Axial. Oh, dude.
Dude.
Oh, I can't show you guys this one.
Are you just not allowed to?
There is a heading on this email that says that I am not allowed to show you guys this until Thursday morning.
Okay, well, describe it. What brand is it? We'll start with the brand.
Losi.
Race car?
No.
Is that the hint?
And it's a lot like Traxxas.
Same chassis, new body.
Well, let's just say if you wanted to drag race, but you didn't want to run the Traxxas one because you hated Chevys. Get it?
It's a Ford?
Is it? Anyway. And then it looks like there's going to be something that I thought was going to be retired, but it looks to me like it is not going to be retired.
Like beating a dead horse, eh?
Yeah. Tim knows what it is because we got one. So here, let's see if I can make this. Nope. So it sends me from that page straight to, if I try to click on learn more, it sends me to a page that has nothing. Obviously.
You can't learn more until tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Just reading real quick here. Wow. Okay. It does have full lights. Does have aluminum option parts available. It is Metal Gear transmission.
Which brand is this one you're speaking of?
It comes in 2 colors, yellow and black.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Black and yellow. Yep.
And what brand is this one?
Losi.
Mm.
It's based on a platform that's already there. But this just looks... They did a really good job with their first one, right? They did a good job with this one too.
Monster truck.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job with this. I think this is going to be one of those ones that'll be, you'll see a lot of these out there on Monday nights. And then the other one is an oldie but a goodie. And everybody keeps on deciding to get rid of theirs but it's actually still a pretty good platform. I'm going to see what's updated on it. Old Faithful. Tim would know.
The Wraith?
No, that one's gone. That one's gone. Away the dodo.
SCX10 1.0?
No. I'll tell you, it's a 2.2.
It's a 2.2.
It's a 2.2. And other than that, you don't get to know till next week. Well, tomorrow.
Till tomorrow when you make the video.
Maybe I'll bang off a video and release it this first thing in the morning or something. I don't know what time I'm allowed to say anything. So I did actually kind of get in trouble for saying something last time. So
Oh, no.
Yeah. Not supposed to say nothing. But you will have... This other one has a pile of upgrade option parts available for it already too.
Cool.
So you won't be missing out by buying. Either of these two releases are not new platforms. They're new improved versions of platforms that are already out.
Cool.
Both of which are pretty popular platforms for their respective categories. Yeah. So that is it for new stuff. I'm not telling anybody whether or not it's a bomber or not. And I'm not telling anybody whether or not it's a drag car or not. And I'm not telling anybody whether or not it's
A Yeti or not.
a Yeti or not.
Or a Wraith or not.
It's definitely not a Wraith.
Or a SCX10 vintage re-release. That's what's going to happen. They're going to do the Tamiya thing and do the vintage re-release, the huge pumpkin in there, diff draggers.
So, okay, let's get back to what I was going to ask you guys. Okay, so that's it for new releases. I need a drink now because there's too much talking involved on that one. I'm just going to see. Oh, I got my pinion to make the cargo vroom vroom today. I just haven't thrown it in yet. So, what do you guys want to race first when it comes to your racing season? Like, what do you guys want to start off? What you want to start racing first and what you're going to start racing first are two different things. I'm telling you right now that the racing schedule for snow being gone is starting with rock bouncing.
Makes
because
sense.
they don't need a clean, dry track for that. We can just go.
Just
Now,
has
the
to be-
other stuff, do you want to start off racing drag cars? Probably, I'm thinking. And
Yeah,
then
well,
go for a little stretch here and kind of get the drag racing bug out of you a bit. And then we're going to bounce into monster trucks. Go for what did we decide? 3 or 4 races?
3 or 4, see what happens.
See how the turnout is, then bounce back to drag racing again. So this will be for Monday nights. On Thursdays, we're going to bounce back and forth between, we're going to do the U4 stuff in the early spring up until just before Father's Day. And then come Father's Day, we are going to be doing the street heat, right? Father's Day street heat again. This year, we might be doing it in Kelowna at the Boyd's car show, if that happens. If it doesn't happen in Vernon or wherever, the location is TBA so far. But there is a race happening that weekend, and it is on road, and it is asphalt. There might be some drag cars sprinkled in there or not. I'm not really sure how we want to run it this time. But just know the first big outdoor race will be Father's Day. I'm putting it out there, and you could take that to the bank. Maybe not. But then we're going to go from on-road racing. Then we're going to bounce over to... What was I bouncing over to?
You're bouncing from bouncing to on-road. And then you're going to bounce back.
That's right. So we're going to go from bouncing to on-road, and then we're going back from on-road at the end of the summer. We're going to go back to U4 style racing, rock bouncing into the fall as we're chasing daylight and playing in the dirt and the mud and possible rain, possible snow. I'm hoping, you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but I hope it rains a lot this year because I don't want to deal with smoke and forest fires and everything getting canceled again this year.
Yeah.
That sucked. We had some kind of cool places. We had Bannister GM was kind of on board. They wanted us to hold the race there, and then it got canceled. And it bummed me out. Bummed me out, man.
Such a bummer.
Yeah. So, you guys, let's go back to the comments here. Get out of this. Clickety-click on comments. Gord wants to do a Max Best Tricks comp. I'm not making this official yet because I'm still organizing it with a certain person that owns a ramp, a big ramp. I tried to kind of organize it last year, and it fell apart because of COVID, and they basically never did anything with their freestyle ramp. So it was never set up, so there was no point in trying to set this up. I'm going to try and set something up on some big ramps with a big dirt landing, and I want to call it Max Fest. And it is basically going to be Max, X Maxes, Maxes. Doesn't have to be Traxxas based, but
what about the T-Max?
Hey?
What about the T-Max? And the
T-Max,
E-Max, the originals.
If you think it'll stay together, you retro guy, you look at you. You love that retro stuff. Admit it, deep down, you're in love with retro. But I want to do Max Fest. And this is going to be completely shown. Every single bit of it will be broadcast live on YouTube and all of that kind of nonsense, so that we can show off some big jumps, big air, big wrecks, tug of wars, you name it.
Carnage.
Carnage. It's going to be what guys buy X Maxes and Maxes and Creightons and Outcasts and any of that category, any of that scale, that size, whatever brand is out there to compete against the others. It's got to be a big truck. It has to be 1/8 scale or bigger, which the Max kind of falls into that category because the new one is basically 1/8 now. The old one is 1/10. But yeah, that's what I want to do. So I haven't set a date or decided when exactly, but I do think I'm thinking probably early summer, first weekend or something. It's not going to be something big where we're setting up in a parking lot and having sponsors and everything. This is just going to be a bunch of guys getting their Maxes and their bashers together and beating the hell out of them for a day. So you better have lots of spare parts.
And you better have some patience too.
No, I'm not bringing in.
Because they don't have nobody getting hit.
No patience. Except for you, Gord.
You must have
patience. I am not going to paint a target on my back. Gord's going to have a target on his back.
Whoa.
So anyways, yeah, I'm just waiting to see how the Kung Fu flu and all of the restrictions and whatever you want to call it. I want to see how this stuff pans out. And by the time the snow is gone, we'll know whether or not this will be able to happen in an easy spot or not. I've had a spot in mind for 2 years now. So yeah, helmets are optional. Tinfoil hats are required. See, Kelly appreciates the old classics, right?
Max, I knew somebody would like it.
He's a man after my own heart. I have a full aluminum kit, modded up Emax that I might bring out of the cobwebs. And I'm so worried about running it and bending the aluminum and then never being able to find the part to bend it back. You know what I mean?
You won't. But aren't these things meant to be run?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Does that have aluminum A-arms? Is that the problem?
Yeah, it's kind of the problem. Is one like the aluminum A-arms bent the bulkhead, and I got a new bulkhead. I haven't put the new bulkhead in yet.
Well, you could always take out the aluminum A-arms. Just saying. And
put in the RPM ones or something else.
Yeah, put RPM ones in there.
Possibly, but I got to fix that bulkhead still.
Bulkhead, so, yeah, definitely bulkhead.
This may be the new motor I throw in.
I think you need dose of those. Dose?
El Doso?
Does that have the spot for two of them in that one?
The dual motor mount setup.
Might as well capitalize on that.
God, I hate it when you're right. I hate it when you're right. But the other motor is in that. The other motor is in that guy. We got to go fast. So I literally build this thing, go to put it together, plan to go out and run it in a parking lot, and it snows.
We live in Canada. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, but
it's winter time.
I'm done with winter. I'm done with winter.
I'm not yet. Why? Because I like the indoor racing.
Gord says he's got a smaller ramp. I actually have access to an old skate park ramp. Well, it was kind of a skate park ramp, but it was actually more set up like a guy was doing some freestyle BMX type stuff off of it. It's about 8 feet wide, probably 3.5 to 4 feet tall. It was a fairly gradual. I think it'd actually be a really good one to be launching Maxes off of. But I want to do this with some kind of a dirt landing or some kind of a ramp landing.
Yeah.
Landing on flat ground.
Oh, I watch those videos and it just
kills me inside every single time. I die a little bit. More. Yeah.
And they watch a video on a dirt track, like an actual professional racing one. And they got landings and land just perfectly. Oh, scrumptious.
Traxxas made that one video when they first, I think it's actually the Revo. Might be the Revo that they're running on it. The E-Revo brushless. Might be a Max or an X Max, but I think it's a Revo. And it's on a pump park. BMX pump track, right? And they're just launching that thing through there. And it's on Traxxas's YouTube channel in there. And that thing is just butter smooth. The landings and everything. Of course, it's like 50 takes or more on every jump, but it's all edited together, so it looks just seamless and beautiful. Like it just ran so awesome. I love that video. And then I watch certain people jump them in skate parks and land them on flat concrete. And
I can't watch it. I can't
watch it either. I watch it because I can't believe that they're still doing that. But it just kills me inside because I have more respect for my machines than that. I can't do that. I just can't. And plus I pay for my stuff, which is another reason I have a problem with that. So if anybody wants me to see that if you guys want to see me do that kind of stuff to RCs, you're going to have to give them to me because I'm not putting my own money out to do that. I kills a little bit of my soul every time. Yeah, Gord's done backflips. I've done backflips with my Mst Mrx off of concrete barriers on like road barriers on the side of a road. It's pretty easy to backflip an Mst Mrx.
When in doubt, throttle out.
And then you were doing barrel rolls off that pipe, the half pipe that one time.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty impressive that day.
I did some stallies too on the top.
Yeah. And then last time in the last Max video that I'm still trying to find footage, I'm missing 3 clips. And I think that they ended up somewhere at iCloud.
Oh no.
So I'm trying to find them. And iCloud sucks when you're not on an iPhone or a Mac. If you're trying to access iCloud from a PC, it's painful because nothing pops up with a thumbnail that you can. It's like some weird number, and everything's categorized weird, and it's just
Of course they gotta do that. That way you get mad and then you buy yourself Mac.
No, you're missing the point, Gord. If somebody's going to give somebody cars to do this, they're going to give them to me to do it. I'm not giving you my cars to do it. No. You're missing my point. If I pay for the car, I am not letting that be done to it. I have no problem. Give me your car. I'll do it. Hell yeah.
I don't think I want to do it. I don't want to be involved in that at all. I just want to. Don't invite me. I don't want to be there.
Anybody want to watch a grown man cry? You guys want to see a grown man cry? Then watch
Not
this.
Cry, just look in disgust.
He'll cry.
I won't cry.
He'll cry.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm not crying. I'm you. Speaking of monster truck builds, got that old Team Durango buggy. I should put some monster truck tires on that thing.
Is it a 4-wheel drive buggy?
Yeah. But it'd be like running one of those monster truck Technos, right? Those Techno RC monster trucks. It's all beefy and strong. And I have a box of parts.
I got Durango.
And I have parts.
Gonna be my rally car.
Your rally car is a Durango?
My big rally car. I just gotta get the body back from paint.
Hey, ooh, that's old school.
Yeah.
Look at you and your retro self.
Packs.
Look at you and all that retro. Vintage retro stuff.
This isn't that vintage.
Well, vintage enough. It's Durango, so it doesn't exist anymore.
It kind of does. Arma is Team Durango.
Yeah, but you can't get any of the parts. The part numbers don't exist. Unfortunately. I wish they
I got
did.
box parts with it too.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where my box of parts is.
But I just want to rally it, take it easy on it.
Yeah.
Not just send it.
I'm just looking at some of my projects I've got over there and over there.
But I might need to find a new body for it because I'm getting that one back from paint.
Is that the one that was sent to Kelowna or the other way?
Yeah, to Kelowna.
But then they kind of disappeared from existence and nobody knows where they are.
Well, this one, I know where he is. I know where he lives. This guy stopped by me one day just to remind him.
Yeah.
He also has my my drag car too, my other Camaro.
Oh, right. The one that you're going to do the Pro Mod build with?
No, just the regular.
Right.
It's the same ones I had before, but just I was hopefully getting a better paint job on it than what I can do.
Oh, there's my other chassis. I'm having some ideas for that buggy.
As he looks through his hoard.
I'm looking through my hoard of bodies and other parts and stuff, and I'm thinking, yeah. And you know how guys do those monster slash builds? Right? They just basically put the 2.8 tires on a slash chassis and the big wide wheel wells and stuff. I've got some really cool bodies that I could make a monster buggy build with this. It'd be tougher than a monster slash. Yep. I got some ideas.
Yeah, but don't you have a regular monster truck anyways? Like 2 or 3 of them?
And? Which
Do
point?
you need to be messing around?
Yeah. Always. I mean, if you like stock, then why did we ever change things from the old vintage stuff?
I'm just saying that you got a pretty good monster truck sitting there. That was that Gravedigger I saw there.
This one here?
Yeah, what's that all about?
Well, yeah, but technically this is Tim's. This isn't mine.
Okay.
So I have to find something else to play with until I get myself my own toy version of one of these. I really, really, really like the LMT platform. I think they did a kick-ass job coming out with it out of the box, and kind of pushed everybody into a genre we don't really see much of anymore.
Well, in Canada, anyways. In the States, that's still.
Well, even it's still not as big as drag racing and stuff is, though.
No, that's kind of crazy.
Still one of the lower, less popular genres of RC. So I would like to see more of those. I don't know if have you ever looked online at solid axle monster trucks, custom builds that people do?
I've seen a few over the years.
Now that Losi came out with the LMT, now there's a whole bunch more axles and choices in that regard, but they're still using these twin vertical plate chassis with these just really wild suspension setups and stuff on them. And then you look at them and compare them to the 1-to-1, and they're pretty similar in the geometry, and they work and they fly. And these guys are launching these things 20 feet in the air, and you're like, what? And it lands, and it doesn't break, and it doesn't explode into pieces, and it's cool. I like them. I will be sure to show you guys how cool they are on a Monday night when Tim and me are the only two who bring one. Well, yeah, that's not true. Gord will bring his Max. And I might have another. Oh, no, we'll have the Corrales Sketter.
Bring Skeeter, man.
That was supposed to be here today, but it didn't show up. I was going to show you guys it during unboxing it here, but no. Yeah. Ryan thinks he's going to do the roller. Yeah, the roller of the LMT. I've looked at the roller for the LMT as well, and I've kind of thought about doing it. I have a body here. I have all of the parts for that roller. I have motor combos. It might be better for me to go for a roller, or it might be better for me just to buy a RTR and start again. I want to just build a complete custom build from nothing.
Oh God!
I probably need a roller chassis as a donor.
Godzilla. Oh God!
Godzilla was awesome in the 90s. You're right. See, Kelly has an OG Claude that I don't even think he painted the body on, and then I think he had another one that he actually ran. So, and then there's the Super Claude Buster. And then there is, what the heck was that other one? There's the Super Claude. And then what was that other one? The truck one, the big rig one. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'll remember later. I'll put a body onto the Rift. Yeah. The Rift is.
I was thinking the same thing.
The Rift is actually pretty big compared to this monster truck.
Let's see the size difference. Let's see. You got them both there. Ha
Okay, so there's a rift, right?
Okay. You can put one on each hand. Let's see. Let's see.
Oh,
One on each hand. Here we go.
Hold on, I gotta make this bigger. Let's make the screen bigger to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, make it look bigger. Trim the hedges.
Oh, I did not eat my Wheaties. Okay, so the rift is actually longer.
Like an inch.
Width-wise.
The paint.
Yeah, if you guys had looked at this, this is Tim's truck. Do you think Tim cares about paint? This is
front end still on it
with my broken servo, so it's pretty beefy.
Probably about the same width with the right tires on it.
It might be.
So I was thinking you take the rift, you put a plug on it, and you get some tires for it.
That just flattens this thing right down. That's how soft he's got the suspension set up on this thing. It is like bottomed right out now with the rift on top. Like, I gotta show you. Come here, cameras. She's squatted right down. Here. Go back to this. That's a lot of truck there.
Yeah, Scott, get the tires too. You gotta get the tires. Big monster truck tires on the rift, body.
Oh, I would absolutely put those new J Concept Renegades on.
Oh yeah.
Or the Fling Kings, the big Fling Kings. They look badass too. But I think that the Renegades are the most realistic looking monster truck tires. I have an idea.
Okay, here we go. Are you gonna do a tire change here or what? Oh. It's got a body in his hand. And the cool bus ain't gonna fit on there, is it?
Almost. Needs a little bit of an update, but it's close. Short bus. Width-wise, it's the exact same width as the body, so it doesn't touch any of the wheels or anything. I've had the short bus for a while, just haven't had anything to put it on.
Just add it to your collection, and there it's at.
It is part of
Never
my
to
hoard.
be seen again until now.
It is part of my hoard. That's what happens. I bring them out and everybody goes, ooh, ah. Let's see if I can find the ugliest body in my collection.
In all the land.
I don't even think I have it here.
It's so ugly. It's sitting in the trash somewhere.
It's so ugly, I think. Oh, no. Here it is.
So ugly, the dog wouldn't play with it. What?
I've had this body for a while. It was a 6x6 build a long time ago, done off of a Parma Ram body, which you can't get anymore. And then they spliced together two boxes on the back, sliced it all together. She did a pretty damn good job of actually, like, this is pretty smooth. But then they did this god-awful pink and purple and blue paint scheme on the outside. So now to make it any good, I gotta clean it all up or paint it again.
And then make yourself a 6x6 monster truck.
Anybody remember Hobby Alley? There's a hobby shop in in
I wasn't there in the 80s.
I was up in Edmonton.
I was in Edmonton in the 80s. Sorry.
Just need more LMT tires in. We have the adapters to put them onto the. You're right. We do have the adapters to put onto the. Put a Power Wagon body on the Rift. No, the Power Wagon body doesn't fit the Rift worth of crap. It's too wide on the front end. It doesn't fit as well as it does on a Capra. Yeah.
But J Concept does make a few bodies that will fit on the Rift.
Yes, they do. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got a caddy body that'll fit, and I've got a lot of those monster truck bodies that they built will fit that Rift.
Mm-hmm.
And they've actually come out with quite a few. Let's take a look here. J Concepts.
Monster Truck Alley.
But there's another company that has a real hard-on for the Associated B6. God, they made so many aftermarket parts from that thing. Okay, bodies, drag racing, dirt racing, monster trucks. Here we go. So they've got the Renegades, they've got the Fling Kings, they have the Launch, they have the Knobs. Those are actually been around for a bit now.
Well, you gotta share your screen, man. Show everybody. See it all.
Yeah, just let me see here. Switch this in there. Boom. So there's these bodies here. So there's the Ford Expedition, which I can't really make it very big. They're it just does that when you go over it. I can't make it bigger.
That's okay. We can see.
So that's the Expedition. So that body would fit on a Rift. It was made to fit on LMT. And they've got this really cool looking caddy body here. Let's see if they have that Gozer.
The Brodozer, they do. The Dozer. There it is. The Dozer.
Yeah, the Gozer.
The Brodozer.
Right?
From
That's
Duno Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one you got to have black. You have to have like a vape pen in there with black vape smoke to come out of it, or it just doesn't look right. Totally.
Rolling coal, baby.
Rolling coal. But there's those Renegade tires I was talking about. They've got that kind of angle, low profile kind of look to them. They're kind of cool. Me thinks they're cool.
Get some of those, so out in the Rift. Body. Done.
The Mortician body. I've actually seen quite a few crawler builds with this body. They look good. It's basically Gravedigger, right? Just with a different paint scheme.
A little different name.
The pickup truck style bodies are not going to be as easy to throw on a Rift.
That's like, it's going to cut the back.
Yeah, cut out the back. You could do that. Absolutely. There's the Junior Mortician. So the Junior Mortician is more of a flat panel setup.
My favorite right there, Samson.
Samson, yeah. I mean, absolutely the most realistic looking monster truck ever made. Because everybody's truck has big fists on the hood.
That's Samson.
Yeah. Right? Crazy. Crazy.
That's what I want.
Yeah, then you got your old square body pickups, Ford F-250. Oh yeah, here's the Fling King style. So this is a 51 Ford panel. So this one's smaller. This is more of a 1/10 scale body. If I click on this, what happens? Nothing. This one's more of a 1/10 scale. This is actually on like a Traxxas Stampede. So it's quite a bit smaller. But
I don't buy that one.
But the point is for this monster truck series is this would fit. You can run this as long as you're running a 1/10 scale platform. And then, like I said, we'll separate it independent or solid axle. 3S power maximum. And I think the other rule is going to have to be that it needs to be running the same rim size as it came with stock. So if you're running a Stampede, your wheels need to be 2.8s, right? Vice versa. If you're running an LMT, your wheels need to be the 2.6 that comes on the LMTs, or however that works. We'll fine tune it. We'll get it for it.
Well, I think the LMT class, solid axle class, it has to have the monster truck tires on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's the more serious, or the more what we're going for, anyways.
Yes.
And the independent's kind of opening up to everybody to bring something, come out and run it.
Yep. And I really, I was thinking about that when we were talking about the rules of it. Does it need to be 4-wheel drive?
No.
Does it really matter? I mean, I guess we could run a 2-wheel drive monster truck, like a Stampede or whatever. It's not going to probably perform as well, but it would still, size-wise, it's still going to fit on the track and do the same general stuff.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the cool pirouettes or anything like you get out of a 4-wheel drive sometimes, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah, but also 2-wheel drive, you can kick it over pretty good for the corners. It's tight corner, you can just drift around it, give a little throttle down.
Yep. Yeah. Gord, I can't fit the max body on the Rift. I don't have it in here. It's out in the garage. It's out there drip drying still. Well, I never brought it back in from drip drying. Yeah. You've got a cat body back there. Look at that. What other trucks have I got? Yeah, I got a couple 4-wheel drive chassis I could turn into some little mini monster trucks and beat on.
But the big question is there going to be a 24 class?
A 1/24 scale? Yes, that track. That little track. That is 1/24 scale. And it is basically a monster truck. Yeah, where is it here? Get picture. Where'd I put the picture? Oh, that's that ugly thing.
You could almost do that. Okay. Scott must know what an LMT is worth. I think around, what, 700?
650, I think, is what they were running. I believe.
Not horrible.
Okay, so maybe it's not a monster truck. It's more of a truggy, but it's close.
I think we need to get like the, what do you call them? The Axial SCX 24s. Do a tough truck competition.
Yeah. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Yeah, here's the deal. To put the word tough, or the words tough truck and SCX 24 in the same sentence, like, you should burn in hell for saying that.
I bet you, I could probably name about 3 or 4 guys that are probably like, oh, that's an awesome idea, best idea ever.
Yeah.
Jordan, if you're still on here,
but
best idea ever, or what, buddy?
They might be thinking that, but they're wrong.
Set it up, be just like the monster trucks, but with the 24s, and really, really, really small.
Really, really small.
You probably set 2 sheets of plywood and have a track on each side. Yeah.
Do it in the garage and have it do a big loop up one side, down the other, loop up the other side, down the other, big wall ramps and stuff.
Fury Techs everywhere.
Dude.
Scott's got a 4-wheel drive one or 4-wheel steer.
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. And here's, I'm going to put this out there. Hot Wheels, and Tim knows it because Tim has one. Well, actually, technically, Tim doesn't have it anymore because we gave it to somebody to try and make a mold. And anyways, it hasn't come back yet, but I know where it is. Hot Wheels makes a body, an actual Monster Jam Gravedigger body, and a couple others that just drop right on those SCX 24s.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I have that Monster Mutt.
Get some leather ears on it flopping around.
Yeah. I think it's Monster Mutt. It's the dark brown one, though, not the light tan color one, the other one. I have that one, and I got it on a truck that I got, and a little trail tracker that I got, which is basically 124 scale.
So can you pop those tires off those rims and the right sides go on the 24 rims?
No, they're rock hard, so they won't do anything for you.
That's fine. You got the right look.
I got to see this. I'm getting messages now. I have a feeling somebody's sending me messages of pictures.
Cybertruck. Yeah, the Cybertruck. I love a tough truck competition.
Now, hey, question for you. If you did a Cybertruck, is that not technically, because it's an electric, is that not more scale than any other RC vehicle you've ever done? Because it literally comes with an electric motor, and your RC has an electric motor. If you went to Scale Nationals or something like that down in the States, should you not get the ultimate number of scale points for running a Cybertruck?
Only if the side window smashed in.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've seen these, Tim. This is the one you just sold. Didn't you just sell this, Tim? I think you just sold this.
Let's see.
I'll make it bigger here. If I
Make it bigger.
Make it bigger.
Rubbing in process.
This is the only. This is the only.
Bang good.
Bang good. Bang good.
Bang bad.
But this thing's supposed to actually run pretty decent. And this is the one that Tim had the body on, I believe. Yeah.
Monster tires. There you go.
Got the nice little monster truck tires. I don't know if I would call them good monster truck tires, but they're more monster truckish than the other tires are.
There's good, there's bad, then there's bang good.
Then there's bang good. Anyways, I was looking up the LMT, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, that thing, yeah. I'm going to tell Scott, how much is the LMT? LMT. Oh, they went up. They went up quite a bit, and I'm not really sure what did they change. Nothing. They just rounded it. They just added more price to them like they normally do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're $650 US. So it works out to, by the time it's up here, about $830, $840-ish for an RTR, and about $520 for the roller. And then you can get the red headlight set for the Gravedigger look. Anyways, build up what you've got. Whatever it is, if it's 1/10 scale and it's a monster truck, we'll make it work.
Buy some tires.
Buy some tires.
Tires.
Oh, you've got the vid. I heard that. You have the vid.
No, I've got cats.
Oh. Meow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's going to be some coolness released here. Not so cool about that, but the other one is pretty cool. Yeah.
You got yourself body, J Concept body on there.
Yeah. Anyways, monster trucks. Yes. Cool. You guys like that idea? Yeah.
Yeah.
Rift it is. Okay, got to order monster truck tires and another front axle so I can have a rear steer. Yes, that might be a cool idea. Yeah, Tim's price was a year ago. That was back like first release when they first came out. The price was quite a bit lower on them. Monster Max 5.0 coming soon. Yeah.
Yeah, sure bought one a year ago, I guess, eh?
Tim? I think he got his last fall. I want to say, yeah, I know, because the first time I saw him run it, there was still snow on the ground. So it would have been when they first released it. It was one of the first ones. First batch that we got was the one that he got, because it was released pretty much the same time as the Rift was last year.
Yeah,
and I think it showed up before the Rift, if I remember right. I ordered them all at the same time, and it showed up before the Rift, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I was going to do this on Benchtalk, but
what's that? Oh, you just can't wait to put that gear in there, eh?
Can't wait to put the damn gear in here. It's just sitting
Did you
here.
look up which letter you need it to be put on?
Yeah, kind of. I think I put it in the right spot for 18, and 18 is what I got. So
pretty sure we'll find out first pull.
Oh no, I'll know as soon as I go to put it in. I'll know as soon as I go to put it in whether or not it is junk or not.
So another thing, while you're wrenching on that, racing this weekend, indoor racing action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple guys from Kamloops coming out again. Got Jason Melnick coming out, and then we've got Jesse coming out from the coast, confirmed.
So these are fast guys.
Ish.
Faster than me.
Faster, yeah. Well,
everybody's faster than me.
Just need more time. Trigger time. So it's all about getting there for practice, get to the race day schedule.
Yeah.
Just because we're racing, it's not that serious.
Racing's always serious.
That's not that
very
serious.
Second place is just the first loser.
Oh God.
Loser.
I've been a winner a few times then. And does it feel good? Oh God. God, it feels good. Felt good when I was ahead of everybody in that one race. I was like, yeah, I'm out in the lead. Yeah, everybody else is crashing, battling it out. And then the guy on the microphone had to say my name too many times, and that crashed.
You know, I noticed when I take any of the video of any of the races, every single one of you guys is camera shy. Every one of you.
I was doing pretty good with you on the camera, following my car around.
As soon as I bust out that camera, you guys are like, bang, bang, bang. I'm like, whoa, man! I didn't realize you could hit the wall that many times.
You thought you were driving.
Yeah, right. I'm like, am I recording myself? How am I doing this?
Yeah, come on out, get some trigger time in. It'll make your driving any other RC better. I guarantee it.
That's the theory.
It's true.
It does make you smoother, that's for sure.
Makes you better. We had drivers that were doing just outdoor, and I had some drivers that are doing indoor and outdoor. So
Yeah.
outdoor is the off-road track, and you're driving on the indoor track makes your outdoor track better.
But the outdoor track is dirty.
It is dirty
and dusty.
But it's pretty fun, I gotta say, because the outdoor, you gotta go jump your truck, get nice landings, and when you crash, if you're me, it's like 5 times a lap sometimes. There's somebody down there to flip you back on your wheels, which I need.
That's kind of the key. It has to be somebody there flipping you back over.
Yeah, it's so much better than going out bashing. I find.
18.
Just ask Travis in the video, if you got it on the video there, he had to walk across the field. Snowy field. A shame. Multiple times.
Yes. Trudging through the deep snow.
He thought that he could drive one-handedly while walking away from his car. Oh, no. Turn around and go back.
Yeah, not a chance. I cannot drive one-handed walking away from my car. This is proven.
Proven.
This is very much proven. Okay. So I need this to be in B.
Oh, Tim, I'm talking about the off-road track with the jumps and stuff. It's dirty, dusty.
Very dirty and dusty. Definitely nothing like our spoiled on-road.
Yeah, yeah. What's this? Just some carpet fibers? Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not just going to blow it off as easy.
All right, Scott, we'll see you later.
Yeah, Scott, we'll catch you later. I got to turn this now. I'll have this done before I'm calling her tonight just because, I'm this far. Flowing services to perfection. I will also, I'm not even going to, nope, not repeating that. Nope.
Nope. I'll stick to what Tim stated there. He did it.
He done gone did it.
Did a good job of cleaning the track. He did it for drag racing. He did it for the on-road action. And it was awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
I can't believe how much traction we have with the on-road cars.
With no pop or anything thrown down either. Which
No
was
pop down.
And I think this year we'll be able to do that even more. The same location, because last year the principal and everybody kind of looked at us at the school like, huh? This year they know who we are, so they might be a little bit more. They should be even more willing.
All right, Gordon, we'll see you later.
Got to work at 3 a.m. That whole working and adulting sucks, right? Adulting is terrible. Anyways, that's the vid. I got the vid. No, I should be talking too much. Okay, it's in.
It's in.
It's in. My night is now complete.
One pull the trigger and done.
Yep. Do I have a battery here that has? I do. I do have a battery here that has a bit of juice.
Ooh.
There's no way I can run this in the house, but at least I can wind it. I can spin it up at least and see what it's going to do.
Recommended.
See if it makes any weird noises before I take it out. But this battery physically doesn't fit perfectly. This one. I need this controller. So the battery fits lengthwise. It fits perfect. But
Just need a shim or two for the battery tray.
it's just a, yeah, it would be a Velcro strap. So, yeah.
Don't they make different heights of strap or battery clips?
Yeah, they do. I just don't have any here. Okay, let's see here. Get that.
Oh God.
Oh, the excitement.
Excitement.
Oh, the anticipation. I'm gonna borrow. Here's a little block here. There's a monster truck there. That was it.
Oh God.
That's not even tall enough. So it's the thing with this 3.0 platform. It actually has quite a bit of ground clearance when you compare it to some of these others.
You take that on the off-road track. It's got so much clearance.
Well, what does it have? Probably half an inch, 3/4 inch. It's almost 3/4 of an inch of clearance there. All right, which receiver is this one? This one is nope, wrong button. Wrong button. Why'd you get?
Let's see what happens here. Will it turn on? Will it move? Will it steer? Did everything go together right? Will it take off? I hear steering.
Moves backwards.
Oh, stop the drag brake. See the torque.
But it stops like right now.
All the drag brake.
All the drag brake.
Turn that off. It's
So I would like to have taller gears in this, honestly. But I didn't have, all I had was an 18 tooth. I could go up. I don't know. Maybe Ryan. Ryan there might be a 20 or bigger there, but it has to be the 5 mil. That's the problem. So this is an 18 5 mil. We'll run it like this and see how it goes. If it's not fast enough, I'll get a bigger pinion with me.
Let's see.
And I go to print this page.
Traxxas.
Oh
no. No Fortec.
No Fortec what?
On my FDR calculator.
Oh.
My phone.
I just got to find what page I'm on here. Page 24. I want to print page 24. Custom. Page 2. No, not 245. Page 24. That's the one.
Max gearing. Let's see what it is.
Well, the tallest gearing they say you can do.
Yeah.
Is 27 tooth, but it says for use with the 72 tooth spur gear only. It's hard to tell. I can't tell with that picture. I'll print that anyways. See if I can zoom in on this picture and make it clearer. That's messed up.
What size spur you got in there?
Whatever it is, stock. I've never looked. I never looked at the Spur Gear because it's mounted in on the side, so I didn't look at the side of it. Let me look it up in the parts. I could tell you. Is oh, of course you would set that up that way. It's the 8368 that's in here. So you're looking at 8368.
83.
72 tooth. That's it. That is the 72 tooth that's in here.
So you're trying to get the, yeah, I got to plug that thing in and take that drag brake out. Sounds louder than a Euro truck.
Yeah, it sounds loud, that's for sure. Steering's backwards, so I better change that while I'm in here. Setting. Doggone, I don't remember how you change this. There it is. There we go. There we go. Done. I'll turn this thing off before I get myself in trouble in the house. That'd be bad. Bad thing. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, man. So
Yeah.
That's done for now. And that's been put together. So that's ready to run as soon as the snow lessens up a little bit in the parking lot and I can go do some drifting. Sorry, power sliding.
We're going to bring it to the track, right?
Yeah. Probably bring at the rate things are going and the way the weather, the snow's coming down, I'll probably be bringing it to the track before I bring it outside and bash on it outside. So that speed right there is probably actually pretty good for inside. It's not stupid fast. It's going to be uncontrollable.
We'll see. We will see. Kelly still thinks your mesh is too tight.
No. Well, you can't adjust the mesh on it. It's not variable. And there is some slop in there still, so I don't think it's the mesh.
Just transmission blown up. Don't worry about it, Kelly.
Yeah, it's just Traxxas.
Just the name in RC.
Traxxas quality, man.
All right. I think that's
Calling her.
time here.
I'm calling her. She's a knight. Us headphone users, Tim. You just be glad that Tanya's not down here printing off shirts still.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's like, oh, God, the alarm. Whoa, got it. But I got a 3S battery in here that fits right in here. And this is kind of a big block motor. So,
But still only 2200.
yeah, exactly, which is why.
Right? So that's the same as scale spec, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that mesh isn't too tight at all.
Sadly, that's probably the most scale and spec car that's going to be out there.
No, that noise that you're hearing is the slop in the Spur Gear. It's sloppy as hell.
It's too sloppy.
Yeah.
Hope you like it sloppy.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It's definitely not a gear mesh problem. It is everything else in this chassis problem.
It's everything else.
But you know, Kelly should know. Yeah, Kelly, yours doesn't sound like that, but yours isn't the 3.0 with the great big long center drive shaft and everything in it. And
That sound was probably the drive shaft.
It could be the center drive shaft that's making all that
flexing.
Noise. But I don't know if this one's going to flex. It's got metal.
Oh, metal drive shaft.
Yeah, it's not one of those aluminum ones. It's not a plastic one. But it needs definitely needs some tweaking here. But first, I just want to go run it. I want to actually run this car. It's a nice looking car. It'd be nice to actually see it go up and down the road.
Yeah.
And do something. Okay. Gear mesh is okay. Checked, verified. It's fine. The issue is somewhere else in the driveline, and I am not going in to find out. I'm just going to run it till it breaks.
Well, I think we could bind that to my controller, and then I can break that one too for you.
Yeah, sure. That's what I want. Break all my stuff. All right, boys. We're out. Good night. And stay tuned to maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning for the new release on the Losi site. I'll let you guys know what's going on.
All right.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.
See you guys trackside.